Jungkook breaks down in tears as Jin bids farewell before leaving for Italy. What really happened behind the emotional goodbye? The moment Jungkook's tears fell, the silence in the room was deafening. No music, no cameras, no rehearsed smiles, just raw emotion. Why did the youngest member of BTS, known for his composure and strength, suddenly break down in front of Jin? What was said in that final exchange before Jin departed for Italy that left Jungkook visibly shaken and unable to hold back his tears? Was this merely a temporary farewell, or did it mark something far more profound? The scene unfolded in private, away from the public eye, yet its emotional impact reverberated across continents. Jin, preparing for his departure to Italy to attend a high-profile Gucci event, had one final conversation with Jungkook. It was brief, but it carried a weight that words alone could not convey. Eyewitnesses close to the situation described the atmosphere as heavy, with Jungkook's demeanor shifting from quiet anticipation to emotional collapse within minutes. The question that now grips millions of fans worldwide is simple yet haunting. What did Jin say that made Jungkook cry? This wasn't the first time BTS members faced separation, but something about this particular moment felt different. Jin's departure came at a time when fans were eagerly anticipating more group interactions, especially between him and Jungkook, whose bond has long been celebrated as one of the most genuine within the group. The timing of Jin's trip to Italy, coinciding with key internal schedules, raised eyebrows. Why now? Why this moment? And why did Jungkook react so intensely? Sources close to the group suggest that Jin's farewell was not just a casual goodbye. It was a deeply personal message, delivered with sincerity and finality. Jungkook, who had been preparing for a collaborative project that involved Jin, reportedly felt blindsided by the sudden change in plans. The emotional toll was evident. His eyes, usually filled with determination, were clouded with sorrow. His voice, often steady and confident, trembled as he tried to respond. But he couldn't. He simply cried. The nature of Jin's trip to Italy has been officially linked to his appearance at a major Gucci event. However, speculation continues to swirl around whether this was the sole reason for his departure. Some insiders hint at undisclosed personal matters that may have influenced the timing. Others point to strategic decisions within the entertainment industry that required Jin's presence overseas. Regardless of the reason, the impact on Jungkook was undeniable. Fans, known collectively as ARMY, immediately took to social media to express their concern and confusion. Why did Jungkook cry so openly? What did Jin say in those final moments? Was this a sign of deeper tensions within the group, or simply an emotional reaction to a heartfelt goodbye? Theories abound, ranging from hidden messages exchanged between the two to unresolved discussions about future plans. One thing is clear, this was not a routine farewell. Observers noted that Jungkook remained unusually quiet in the hours following Jin's departure. His absence from scheduled online interactions and his silence on social media only fueled further speculation. When he did reappear, his expression was somber, his words carefully chosen. He did not address the incident directly, but his tone suggested lingering sadness. Fans dissected every frame of his appearance, searching for clues, hoping for answers. Jin, on the other hand, maintained a composed exterior as he arrived in Italy. Photographs from the event showed him smiling, engaging with attendees, and fulfilling his professional obligations. Yet even in those images, some fans claimed to detect a subtle melancholy in his eyes, a quiet acknowledgement of the emotional farewell he had left behind. Was Jin hiding his own sadness beneath a polished exterior? Did he, too, struggle with the weight of their parting? The emotional bond between Jin and Jungkook has long been a subject of admiration. Their interactions, often filled with warmth and mutual respect, have been documented extensively by fans. From shared jokes to moments of quiet support, their relationship transcends the typical dynamics of a musical group. It is rooted in genuine affection, forged through years of shared experiences, challenges, and triumphs. That is why this moment, this tearful goodbye, feels so significant. Some speculate that Jungkook's tears were not just about Jin's departure, but about something deeper, a realization of change. As BTS members pursue individual paths and navigate evolving careers, the certainty of shared moments becomes increasingly rare. Jungkook, still deeply connected to the group's identity, may have felt the sting of that reality more acutely than others. Jin's departure, even if temporary, symbolized a shift, a reminder that nothing stays the same. The emotional intensity of the moment has sparked broader conversations about the pressures faced by global artists. Behind the glamour and success lies a complex web of personal relationships, emotional sacrifices, and unspoken fears. Jungkook's tears, seen by millions, were not just a reaction to a goodbye. They were a window into the human side of fame, a side often hidden, but impossible to ignore. BTS Jin continues his engagements in Italy, and Jungkook resumes his activities in Korea. Fans remain on edge. Will they address the incident publicly? Will there be a reunion soon? Or was this moment a turning point, signaling a new chapter in their journey? The questions linger, unanswered, yet deeply felt. And the absence of official statements, the emotional truth remains etched in that final exchange. Jin's farewell, delivered with quiet gravity, and Jungkook's tears, shed without restraint, tell a story that words cannot fully capture. It is a story of connection, of change, and of the profound impact that one moment can have on two people who have shared so much. For now, the world watches, waits, and wonders. What did Jin say to Jungkook before leaving? Why did Jungkook cry? And what does this mean for the future of BTS? The answers may come in time, but the emotion of that moment, raw, real, and unforgettable, will remain.
Certainly.
Here's the continuation of the article, expanding the emotional and narrative depth while maintaining the serious, formal tone and journalistic style. The emotional aftermath of Jin's departure continues to ripple through the BTS community, with Jungkook's visible distress becoming a focal point of concern and speculation. The intensity of his reaction has led many to question whether this was truly just a temporary separation, or if it signaled a deeper, more permanent shift in their dynamic. The absence of any formal clarification has only intensified the mystery, leaving fans to interpret subtle cues and indirect gestures. Jungkook's silence in the days following the farewell has been particularly striking. Known for his frequent engagement with fans and his openness in sharing personal reflections, his sudden withdrawal was both unexpected and unsettling. Analysts within the entertainment industry have noted that such behavior often indicates emotional exhaustion or internal conflict. In Jungkook's case, the timing suggests a direct correlation with Jin's departure. The question remains, what was said in those final moments that left such a lasting impact? Some insiders have hinted at a private conversation between the two, one that may have touched on future plans, personal struggles, or unresolved matters within the group. While the content of that exchange remains undisclosed, the emotional weight was clearly visible.